Hi, we're out with the dogs and this is the start of our breed education, or breed specific education, or breed extension. And when the Swiss Kennel Club publish theirs, we can compare our understanding, or perhaps I should say lack of it, but either way it's a learning experience. The breed standard is a picture in words of the ideal dog, and this breed education is aimed at the first time puppy owner, the breeder and the experienced judge. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the illustration, the general appearance and important proportions. That's in our standard, the first three things in our standard. Illustration, general appearance and important proportions. Occasionally we'll cross over to other parts of the standard. Unfortunately it's unavoidable, but the dog comes as a whole, not as separate paragraphs. Any minute we'll put one of our dogs on a table and use the dog to go through those first points in the standard. But before we do that, let's look at the illustration and read general appearance and proportions. Through the description that's laid out in the standard, we know the dog is longer than tall. We also know the dog has a straight top line. The body is rectangular. This tells us it's a straight top line. And this is further reinforced in the standard further on, where it says horizontal back. And the illustration shows us this as well. All pretty straightforward so far. It also says that the ideal Berger Blanc is medium size. Therefore, it's medium size, and males range in size from 58 to 66. So therefore, medium size is actually 62 centimeters. Females range from 53 to 61. So the ideal size and the ideal dog is going to be about 57.5 centimeters. That's what the standard is telling us without even looking at the dog. Now, if we take a look at the breed extension that comes from Australia, that the Australian Kennel Club have issued, and this is used to educate both judges and breeders in Australia. In their breed extension, they've got ideal size and maximum size. And so that's one of the questions that's out there. And there's a couple of points in our standard that's very unusual compared to other herding dogs. Most standards allow 1 or 2 centimeters either side of ideal. Ours allows up to 4 centimeters either side of ideal. The other thing that is very, very unusual, and I think we're the only herding dog to have this, is the proportions. We have a very long herding dog. Most herding dogs are square or a little off square, with proportions, for example, of 9 to 8, 9 long, 8 high, 11 long, 10 high. Our proportions in our breed is very specific, 12 long to 10 high. It's a very long herding dog. And judges seem to have great difficulty with that proportion. They're just not used to seeing it. And a dog that is longer tends to get penalised.